Email number 1. Dear Jim, I nervously hoped the home court advantage would lead us to victory. My heart was racing, and it was extremely hard to swallow. I usually look at the glass as being half full, but after that humiliating ass-kicking last night, I must admit the freaking glass is just half empty. Sincerely, Danica, painfully watching Aaron Rodgers struggle to shotgun 2 ounces of brew. Signed, Gin Lesks.
Stupid idiot.
Ward Drake posting up on the balcony at Game 6 with a 78-foot beer bong tube and draining a keg of Milwaukee's finest planted at midcourt. Hey, Gin, you're wrong about that. I'll probably be in the minority, but I usually am. You know why that is? I'm usually right. You're wrong about that, Gin Lesks. So the Milwaukee Bucks may have lost Game 5, but Green Bay Packers offensive lineman David Bakhtiari won the night. That's because DB was in attendance last night, flexing one of the most timeless and well-respected displays of badassery, the beer chug. And it wasn't just a beer chug. It was back-to-back-to-back beer chugs from his courtside seat while being broadcast on the Jumbotron. 3 beers put down in 15 seconds flat. And how the hell was your Thursday night? If you missed the viral moment of Game 5, the Bucks shoved a camera in his grill, knowing full well he was going to put on a show. Held beers on the big screen already during this series against the Raptors. So they knew what they were going to get. But what made last night break Twitter is that after he made 2 brewskis disappear in 11 seconds, the camera then cut to Aaron Rodgers, also sitting courtside. Under Aaron's seat was a half-full cup of suds that he lifted up to his crowd, or to the crowd, tipped back to his grill, and, well, nothing. My guy could not polish off the chug. The beer went down like the Game of Thrones series finale. And before Rodgers could even hang his head in shame, the camera cut back to DB, who downed a third 12-ouncer in 4 seconds. So if you're keeping score at home, 36 ounces down the hatch for the big fella, 6 ounces for Aaron, and the internet roasted Aaron coast to coast for not being able to hang. That's what happened last night. Right now, I've got this dude's back. Because my feeling is, and I believe this truly, Rodgers was playing the heel on purpose. I believe that. There's no way Aaron Rodgers would voluntarily pick up a half-full beer from underneath his seat that no one knew he even had in front of an arena that worships him if he knows he's got no shot at finishing it. For who? For what? Why would he do that? Nobody knew he had the beer. Believe me, everybody knows what they can and what they can't do with a beer when it comes to chugging. If you see the video, you could see Aaron playing up the struggle by putting his finger in the air as if to ask the crowd to be patient while he works on 6 ounces of malted hops and barley. Dude's an actor. An actor. He just starred in the biggest TV show of all time a few weeks back. He's got a flair for the dramatic. And behind being an actor, he is a quarterback. David Bakhtiari protects him. So there was nothing more to see here than a quarterback returning the favor and giving back to an underappreciated offensive lineman who deserves some long overdue shine. He was picking his guy up. Heady play. Unselfish play, if you ask me. And then at some point during that game, Rodgers tweeted out, quote, "Make it a scotch next time. David Bakhtiari."
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't root, but You best believe I am rooting for this series to make it back to Wisco for Game 7 so I can see these dudes trade pulls from a bottle of Macallan. I'll say this. How awesome are Bucs games? You've got an MVP quarterback and a Hall of Famer and his offensive lineman putting down beers for the amusement of the crowd. Hell, even Pete Davidson, a.k.a. Christian Yelich, was chugging for the big screen too. And at one point, after Bakhtiari had already polished off 3 beers, he grabbed somebody's full can and went all stone cold Steve Austin with it. Bakhtiari, 316. Didn't spill a drop all night long, which is so much better than like those dopey baseball celebrations where guys like Madison Bumgarner dump a 6-pack on their face and they call that a chug. Like, what I'm getting at is this. The Raptors have unsolicited back rubs at their games. The Bucs have a local superstar, in fact, superstars, pounding brewskis at theirs. So you tell me who's doing it better. Sure, the Bucs lost that game, but David Bakhtiari won the night with an assist from Aaron Rodgers. In other words, fear the beer. And as far as DB goes, you might not have known him until last night, but the football world and those who already knew what this guy was all about. I mean, there are good left tackles in the NFL, and then there's David Bakhtiari. Aaron Rodgers, most critical guy up front. Feet, strength, technique, all elite. And obviously, his beer-chugging game is on par with his ability to crush pass rusher spirits. This guy was tremendous. At least the beer was real.